DJ SharpMC. Live. Back on the track. We were just doing a close-up video, and we made a bunch of tracks. So now we're going to take those tracks and build a song, so you can see the whole step, or at least how I do it. So let's make sure we got this thing working this time. All right. So we already have a bunch of tracks. Or actually, there's other tracks, but I kind of like the way that sounds. So what I do is, once I got some sounds that I like, I save, because that's always smart. And then I will say, okay, I like the way this one sounds. And I imagine, where would it be like in a song? So for me, this is way past the start, way past the intro, probably past the first break or the first main piece, and this is maybe the second main piece or the second main piece after the break. So I think I'm going to go ahead and take this sequence. We're going to copy it, and I'm going to call this one main, I think it's main 2, because I want to have a similar sounding sequence, but not quite as busy. So if this is, and go back to your main sequence. If this is main 2, then the break would either be this, or it would be this. Now I kind of like both of those, so what I'll do is, this sounds like a really good like intro piece right before it breaks heavy. So I'll make this one, let's see if we can make this one the intro. So then I go back to my main, and I come here and I make this sequence, and we'll call this intro. That sounded pretty full by itself, as the way it was set up. Let's see here. Go back to sequence, okay. All right, so let's check it again. All right, okay, so this one, so we made our main, and we made our intro. Now, before we get to this intro, it would obviously be, or it would be, that sounds almost the same. Okay, so this sounds like it would be the beginning of the beat to me. So I'm going to go ahead and make this, let's say, start. I probably need one more before this, so maybe we'll make this start 2. So we'll copy this in sequence, and we'll call it start 2. Okay, because that sounds like a nice start, but it doesn't sound like the beginning start. It sounds like something that would happen after something else went. So here it is, and then we would start the song maybe like this, or we can start like this, or we can start like this. That kind of sounds kind of cool. So can we start with this, or can we start with this? All right, so I think we'll make one more with this, like that. We'll make that start 1, since the other one will start 2. And you can make them shorter in the bars if you don't want to have it like play so much in the beginning. Switch back to the main sequence. don't know if I want to start with this or start with this. Or if it goes. No, the hats is weaker, so we'll start with the hats. Okay, so now we'll take this sequence, and this will be my start. Looks like start 0 because I'm going kind of like reverse process. But see, this way the sound will evolve. So, like for example, I'll go and show you what we got so far. We have hold down record, and we have start 0, start 1. Then I thought I had a start 2, then intro, then main 2. Okay, so here's what it would sound like so far. Turn off the clock. All right, so that's like the whole first part of the song, and it actually sounds pretty good. So now we got to look at main 2. Main 2 is no effects, no snare, no lead, and then we'll go back here, and we'll do no effects, no snare, no lead. So this is main 2. Then from here, let's switch it up and go here. That might be too much, so we're going to go back and do that transition again and see if switching those would be too much or too little. So it would be this, and then it switches to not really. Oh, maybe we take the kick out. Yeah, so now that makes a really good like break or sequence to have happen after that. So we're going to take this one and we're going to call it break. And we're just going to deep dive on building the sequence real quick. And we'll just play it through that way. So now we'll come to the end of the song. We'll insert one more, and this one will be break. Break 1. Break 1. Oh, we'll just adjust to it. Break 1. Okay, so we'll start from here. So now that sounds pretty good, and we're still following our pattern. So it's playing this. So let's turn off the pad. Turn on the lead. So I think we're going to go here next, those 3. So after break 2, now let's call it, let's just call it main 3. All right, so now main 3 is going to start a whole new set of sequence sounds. So we went through the first pieces. Now we're in the middle of the song, and it did the first break, and it's going to come to here. Then we'll bring in the effects. Yeah, so that was main 3. So this will be, I think this is still part of that. So we'll call it main 3B. Okay. Then go back to our one we're using to copy with. And now I think I was going to bring So I think we'll just bring the kick in so it doesn't, this sequence doesn't get too long. Main 3 C. Okay, so now it's going to do that, go there, come back to this piece, and it's going to go like this. And I think this taking off the lead and just doing that will be the break for that piece. So we'll come back to here, sequence, and this will be, I think, break 2. Hopefully I got my number sequence together. Break 2. All right. And then go back one more, and from break 2, so I think, I don't even know if this is going to go, but what I'm going to do is I just got one more sequence to add in here. Let's just call it main 5. And now I got enough pieces that I shouldn't have to add any more pieces to kind of show this demo. Okay, so we have the break. Let's insert 1, 2, 3, 4 more. So we have the break, and then after the break, we go to, looks like main 3, and then from main 3 we go to main 3B, and then main 3BC, and then break 2, insert, so break 2, and then I got main 5 after break 2. So main 5 may not go, but right now we'll do main 5, and then we'll come back to intro, because we can repeat the beginning pieces to do like the outro pieces. We'll do that one, and then for the last one, we'll come back to maybe start 1. Okay, so got them all laid out. Let's check it out. So I thought that was pretty good. So I'm gonna save it. And normally what I would do is go ahead and export it to WAV. But when I was listening to that, the groove that came on right here sounded really good, and I felt like I wanted to hear at least 3 more bars of that range. So that was main 5. Let's switch it to main 5. Let's come here and do maybe main 3. And then here, maybe main 3C, just to mix it up a little bit. But that groove, that's just that one part, sounds really good. So 3C, 3B. It's gonna mix it up a little bit. I don't know if it's gonna, maybe I have to rearrange it, but we'll try it. And then this was intro, and that was start 1. The intro was pretty good too, though. All right, so let's just start from where we edited it. So I kind of liked what happened, but I didn't like it that early. So I'm going to switch some stuff around. I'm going to move this one, this intro here. I'm going to change it to number 3. It's probably going to mess up my song, but anyway, I'm going to change that to number 3. I'm going to change this one to intro because that groove, that main 5 groove is just too good. You just want to hear more of it. And that's why you got to really kind of feel your stuff out, because I know what I wanted to build, and then what I'm ending up programming just sounds better. So we'll do this over, and then we'll just get on with the beat because I don't want to take too long. So didn't we have a break, or did I change the break? Break 1, break 2. Oh, I changed it because it went main 5. I thought there was a break 2 in here somewhere. Main 5. All right, we're just gonna see where it's at if we do break 5 there. So the main 5 that came after the 3 beat was really good. I like this groove. We'll see how this change-up goes. Oh, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. So that would be the end of it. All right, so I think that's pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and save it. I would probably build that middle piece out more. That main 5 is just a really good groove. Then the next thing you would do is export this to WAV. So I have a place where I put my songs, and we'll just save it there. Save it as a song file. A lot of times when I'm doing this, I'll either save it as a song file or I'll convert it to a sequence and then put audio on top of the sequence. So now that I've got them all laid out, you can hit convert to sequence, do it, and it'll take all of these sequences that you just did and drop them into a whole sequence all by itself. So now that whole song is on this one, I don't know if you can see it, but it's on this one layer. Well, not this one layer, but this one track has all the sequences and all the songs. So, for example, that whole song I did is right here. So I can add another track and put vocals, or add another track, or I can start mixing it up. Don't get me started, because I have too much fun just mixing the beat. So anyway, so that's how I'm building the beat and then taking all the different tracks and converting them to a song. I kind of like actually main 5, so I'm gonna exit with main 5. Anyway, that's how it's done. See you next time. Peace.